Hello again, everyone. Alex here with some more Deus Ex Mankind Divided, and this may be a short follow-up part for last time, since earlier we did the heist, which will have definitely quite the consequences for later on in the game, I imagine. And I found where the other vaults were in the game, and I most definitely have more of an idea of what's going on in the game for future reference. And with all that said, heist is done, so I definitely will do the bomb maker next time in a separate playthrough. And we learned more about the orchid, how it's a bioweapon that Megan Reed, Adam Jensen's ex-wife, had created for Bob Page. The lady just does not know how to stay out of trouble. She really doesn't. Sorry, I was responding to a comment on YouTube. Some MCU Spider-Man fanboy. Yeah, because I dare say that the Raimi films were better, except for the third one. Sony and Avi Arad screwed over everyone on that one. Nostalgia goggles. No, it's not just nostalgia goggles. It's objective truth. Those movies are far better. I'm sorry, but the MCU Spider-Man is a far cry from what, by all means, is true Spider-Man, in my opinion. These new movies just don't get it. Yeah, they don't have a valid opinion, so they just go and go to names. In which case, fuck off, I say. I can't stand such narrow-mindedness. Anyway, so yeah, we did the heist, and we definitely we're gonna be leaving Prague for the second time, but I want to follow up on last time with some bits that are left over. Namely, Dr. Ozen left us a file through Adam's email regarding the Vince Black situation. And we also gotta go, and also Koller may have an upgrade for me. So yeah, sorry about that. Info on Marchenko. Oh no, wait, no. It wasn't Vince Black. It was Marchenko. Well, it was a follow-up from the Vince Black situation, that's for sure. As well as the fact that, we had to run into each other in Miller's office. Anyway, hello Adam. So I made a few calls, and I think now I know why iLink came up with nothing on Viktor Marchenko. He wasn't using that name when he entered the Utrecht complex. He was calling himself Viktor Melnik. There's plenty of stuff on Melnik after 2027, most of it posted by state police in the Utrecht complex. Seems like he stood up to them a few times when they were performing routine document checks, questioning suspected wrongdoers and confiscating suspicious merchandise inside several of the residential sectors. But if you ask me, every single one of the complaints looks like a classic he said, she said situation, and I can't figure out who's the bigger bully. Still, got me thinking, if Melnik really is his last name, why tell you it's Marchenko? Suppose it really is Marchenko and he decides to use Melnik after 2027 to pay homage to somebody else? Ran a cross check on the two names and came up with this. Alyssa Maratovna Marchenko, a suspected Russian intelligence agent who lived in Kharkiv, or Kharkov as I'm used to calling it, Ukraine, around the time of the 2014 revolution. Her maiden name was Melnika. U.S. intelligence thinks she may have been secretly recruiting dissidents and seeding pro-Russian sentiment throughout parts of eastern Ukraine for years. She married a Viktor Marchenko in 2021 and moved to Belgorod shortly after, but disappeared with her husband and kids just prior to the AUG incident. Thing is, the Viktor Marchenko she was married to wasn't augmented when they disappeared, so I don't really know if he's the same guy or not. Regards, Delara. So we got info from Vega, and now we got more info from Delara, and it's just creating more of a piece of a puzzle on who Victor Boy really is. Okay. So now we got our little follow-up email from the good doctor.
God, I'm tired.
Jumped on their little hologram platform. Now, is there a follow-up regarding said doctor or what? Could have sworn I was left a comment just now. I don't know. I'm back. Yeah, for a little bit. I kind of want to do a bit of a follow-up for last part, so that way I have the next main mission.
You know my door's always open.
For later.
I hope you find something in Black
I can't talk to her yet. Supposedly there's a second session we get, but I don't know how to trigger it.
Daniel Fletcher, you are a genius. I'll look into Stanik's records, see if there's anything germane to the case. Call me if you find something.
So yeah, we did the heist. We didn't do the bomber. I'll save that one for a second playthrough of the game, which I will likely do later. And now we have the fix, which supposedly will give me an upgrade to my augmentation limit, which would be nice. And I also gotta head back to my house anyway.
Looks like everyone.
So yeah, we're supposed to go meet Miller. But I'm gonna save that for another part. For now, I just want to get some follow-up quests done before I tune out for the rest of the night. So it'll be brief if nothing else.
Just one more time. That's it.
Emergency? You're exaggerating.
Let's keep moving.
Can't defend against that kind of team.
And I need to head back to my house also, due to
Another one.
getting some stuff. All aboard. Yet again. The only other game I can think of that had subway cinematics, at least to a small extent, was The Darkness. Which, by the way, is probably one of the most overlooked comic book video games ever made. Then it was followed up by an extremely short second game, which nobody bought. And Lord knows if there'll ever be a third Darkness game. Which is even more grievous considering the fact that 2 left off
Adam,
with...
it's Arya. I just heard what happened. God, right outside your apartment?
What happened outside my apartment?
Uh-oh.
Someone got all their implants torn out. Was left to bleed to death in the alley. When I first heard where it was, I thought...
I'm fine, Arya. It wasn't me.
Be careful going home. It's not the first one of these I've heard about.
Uh-oh. It's the a follow-up on the Harvester.
Hello.
Oh yeah, they, the Church of the Machine God.
Hey, Interpol. Can you believe she killed herself trying to commune with some machine god? Fucking crazy.
Yeah, this was the... Yeah, this was the bomb one. Nomad... Ugh. This is gonna suck.
You. I trusted you. Go away. What happened, Mr. Stanek?
What happened? What happened? They put her in a machine with a dozen other poor augmented people and they did their ascension. There was a low rumbling sound, flickering lights, and then darkness. Nothing. She's gone. They're all gone. I can feel it.
I'm sorry.
Words. Meaningless. You could have done something, but you did nothing. You have to live with that. I did all I could. At least I have that. What do you have? Nothing.
Ugh. Ugh. This is what I was dreading. Yeah, this is why I find Mankind Divided more nerve-wracking than the previous game. Because at least with the previous game, Human Revolution, you know, if you paid attention and if you paid attention and good enough and so on, and took every and did just about everything to the best of your ability, you could potentially get the ideal path you wanted.
Fuck.
But not so in this game. They throw a monkey wrench where you have to choose one mission over the other. Not so much like the last game, and as such, I'm now split. I went and did the heist instead, which gave me the more data on the Orchid, as well as the antidote, locked in a storage locker. But had I done the bomber, I would have gotten something else. So we'll see how it plays out. And like I said, considering such a wild difference, I'll almost definitely be doing a second playthrough, no doubt about it. Not just to correct or redo stuff that I did before, but also to see what the other story differences are. Because if anything, the game gives you has quite the repeat playthrough for such a thing. Although I do, at the same time, being the kind of gamer I am, have a I feel both very bad and kind of robbed of not being able to do both. They have to throw in a little time wrench in there to make you, to force you to choose and feel bad about it. Joseph Severn, Thought disconnection was the way of the astronauts, not the children of the machine god. I don't understand. This was supposed to work. I cut off my arms for the church, amputated myself from the flesh flawed so I could build for her, for Mother. I never meant to disrupt her trust in my fate. She said she needed me, and I did believe. I really believed. I think it's time for me to get out of Prague. You need not worry about blocking my messages, Eric. I will not be sending any more. May we find what we seek, JS. Yeah. I wish I could have done both, but they won't let me. It's either one or the other. Not all the above. I mean... Uh-oh. I did not notice this guy. Well, I took his creds. He won't be needing them where he's going. The machine god statue's gone. So, how much you want to bet this guy would have been of some importance had I done the other path instead? So yeah, I'm gonna, finish this playthrough. I'll likely rename all the previous video titles, with adding by adding in a parentheses, Juggernaut path, and then TF29 path for the second playthrough. And in between both playthroughs, I'll not only do the Jensen stories, but also, what other game I want to branch out and do. So, I'm gonna get rid of this gun. Battle rifle piercing. I don't know where in Sam Hill this grenade launcher is. And I cannot use the EMP rifle with the regular gun, so I'm going to leave it with the EMP rifle gun itself. Poor Stanek. I feel bad for him. The last game I remember playing that had much more harrowing decisions was Dragon Age Origins, because there were some moments where they really leave you heavy pros and cons for certain situations. And me, I like to get the best options and try to get all the above if I can, but not in this one. Not so this one. Ah, they broke my pictures, those bastards. And they messed up my boots, too. Damn mercenaries. Well, I'm gonna go visit Koller, and then I'm going to take a look at the bombing site. At the machine god. Really?
Hello, sir.
Or I could just go in there right now and raid what's left. I think I'll do that. I think I'll go in there and raid what's left.
Keeping an eye on you, Hog.
For all I know, there could be something to salvage from the situation.
Interpol tě sem neměl posílat.
Yeah, it's like, do I go get the? Oh, look at that, Metal Gear, Ed 209. They really have Ed 209. You know, the first Deus Ex in a lot of ways was like a reference to RoboCop. I mean, you're playing as Adam Jensen, former SWAT member, turned into a cybernetic, being of the most advanced kind, and it's in Detroit.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Doesn't seem to be much in this closet except for the vent. You have 20 seconds to comply. Boy. Now, why would they put a drawer right here with nothing in there? This may be a slightly longer follow-up than I thought, since they allow me to go and inspect the church after, after passing it up. Well, okay then. Church of the Machine God, yeah. I'll take the Adeptus Mechanicus over this group, thanks. 40k, anyone? Now a 40K game where you play as a soldier for the Adeptus Mechanicus, that'd be interesting. Like, hell, you're practically playing as a transhumanist being in that universe. It wouldn't be hey, you could just pretty much make like a Deus Ex like game set in that world. It wouldn't be that hard, really. You know, it would be different. Instead of just being a standard shooter blow up fair, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's try this again without blowing anything up.
Anomaly detected. Access granted.
Okay, we did that. Okay, so... Damn it. Okay, no mines. Basketball court. So... there's a cop right there, but that I end up hitting if I break the wall. Way up. Machine pistol.
Stupid clanks.
Global politics, South America's rise to power. Riots stemming from the Aug incident struck many of the South American nations without warning, with similar effects to those seen in the rest of the world. However, the chaos was confined to the major cities, and the less urbanized areas of the continent remained relatively untouched by the events. A disproportionately strong response from the paramilitary and police forces crushed most of the rampaging Augs within a very short period of time. This, coupled with a far lower percentage of the human augmentations present in the South American region, has allowed countries such as Colombia, Brazil, and Argentina to regain order much more quickly than other more developed nations. In the aftermath, the governments of these countries are now seeking to make the most of the economic slump being experienced by first world nations, expanding to fill the gap in the world's marketplace before their larger rivals can recover. So, one power's loss is another one's gain. Replacement biocells, which is always nice. Whoa.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Keep changing the security hub password almost an hour in. Anyone changes it from Ascension again will see you're left behind. Mother's declared the time has come. We all need to be more vigilant. Keep your eyes open. Eric Simmons. I'm guessing he was the cult leader. Beware of oppressors clothed as believers. Now the flesh flawed have killed Talos Rucker. They may very well come for us. All stairway doors are to be kept locked at all times. Vents and outer walls are to be mined. Extra weapons will be handed out. You're different, and they know it. We are more advanced than they are, and they fear us as they should. We will leave them behind. That is what they fear the most. Embrace the singularity. Singularity. Could have sworn there was a game called that, and then they remade it into a third-person shooter that nobody bought. First-person shooter, I mean. Sleepwalking world, wake up. Tectonic weapons cause earthquakes and more. Majority of natural disasters around the globe in the last 35 years are unnatural. Governments have perfected tsunami bombs. They have perfected high-frequency ionospheric tampering. They can control where and when these events happen. They have turned the planet into a weapon against the masses. 2004, Indonesia, earthquake and tsunami. 2010, Haiti earthquake. I don't know why I couldn't say it for whatever reason. 2010, Chile, earthquake. 2011, Japan, earthquake and tsunami. Fukushima. 2014, Argentina, Vilama caldera supervolcanic eruption. So it's what, like their version of Yellowstone? 2019, Nevada del Huila, Colombia, volcanic eruption. 2022, Mount Merapi, Indonesia, volcanic eruption. The list goes on. These top secret installations are located around the world. Russia, Shura Ionic Heating Facility, Norway, ISCAT, Alaska, HARP, 1993 to 2014, and again 2019 through now, HARP. That place has a lot of conspiracy theories surrounding it. Puerto Rico, Arequipa Observatory, Peru, Jamarca Radio Observatory. Where will they strike next? Tokyo, London, California. Spread the word. Well, did they already technically hit? No, well, not. Cool. I don't know if Tokyo is specific when it came to the other one. Nothing else in here? Nothing else in here. Alarm panel. EMP. Children, as the Ascension approaches, we must ensure that Mother and the first children are protected at all costs. As the CC is drawing on all available electricity, we'll be losing power to keypads more regularly. I'll be resetting codes as they fail and updating all of you as they change. For second floor access, the new door code is 0010. I know this is an inconvenience, but be vigilant, brothers and sisters. The singularity is upon us. They killed the children, too. Lie. Well, I'll definitely be doing this path the next time, that's for sure. Unforgivable. Fucking uber religious cults. They're just repeating dialogue out there. Another EMP grenade. They really minded this place up good.
Všichni zachovejte klid.
Don't want the gas mine. It's a 10mm pistol. I think we found the... Yeah, I don't think I can fit the I can't fit the pistol. And even if I could, I don't really want it right now. Maybe in the second playthrough.
Žádnej z nich nemá důvod vycházet z téhle čtvrti. Máme tady trable!
Are you fucking shitting me? Ugh. Course. Sure, I can't be an Interpol agent who occasionally breaks a vent or two. No, they gotta shoot me for it. Like, really? Come on. Not even Bell Tower was that trigger happy. Okay, don't break the vent because they're gonna whine and complain like paranoid bitches.
Netuším, proč vůbec riskujou a vylejzají z těch svých děl. Plecháči si koledujou o nakládačku.
Operating chair.
Dává větší smysl, že ten bombový útočník byl v Praze než v Kolleru.
More neuropazine. I'm guessing this is where the boss sat. Vance Ellery, mother calls to you. Mother's called upon you, Vance. You're the one of the first children. 0011 is the code to rebirth. Rebirth! Ugh! Ascension.
Žádnej z nich nemá důvod vycházet z téhle čtvrti. Dává větší smysl, že ten bombový útočník byl v Praze než v Kolleru.
whole world's gone to hell.
Holographic display.
Netuším, proč vůbec riskujou a vylejzají z těch svých děr.
Unit 64 reporting. Where do we take this? Garbage. 127, copy that. Everyone take off.
Oh, gee. Still here. Okay. Appreciate it. Okay, I already went through here, right? Yep, I did.
These damn clanks always causing trouble.
Nic než sebevražednej důvod.
This is where I came from. Oh, I never checked these. Parts, and more parts. They weren't thinking at all. That's the problem. They're all delusional heathens that fell for a false god. Huh, another way in here. Who's he talking to? Shut your mouth or I'll shut this for you, Clank. Yes.
You called this in, right? Shame you couldn't save all.
Stay conscious. Now stay quiet.
Shame
The only way
indeed.
you'll
The
get
whole
it.
world's gone to hell.
I'll go in there in a minute. Holy crap, this place is practically a cancer cells ready to happen. So much electronics. Data scan.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Alice Tepley to Kachuza Vent. There's definitely a problem with the voltage output. We're having occasional brownouts now, too. What should we do? Joseph was very strict about the collector having the right amount of power, so you think it's going to be okay? Wish we could ask him, but I suppose he told Mother everything before he had to leave. There's generators and power lines running in the tunnels under this building, so maybe we should go take a look and see if there's an obvious problem. I'll try to ask her. Mother. Wait a minute. Is that Allison? Well, she blew herself up, that's for sure. Well, my children, the time has come, and I, along with the Chosen, merge with Machine God and embrace this singularity. For those of you who remain, I have a few words. Be strong, be welcoming of others seeking to meet the Machine God, but also be safe. Know that we will be waiting for you. The net of our consciousness will catch you as each of you join us. I will see you all very soon. With great love, Mother. Yeah, enough love to blow all of them up for your delusional fantasies. Well, can't do that.
Nobody do anything.
That's a lot of TVs right there. Too much TV will rot your brain. And this is definitely an excess if there ever was such. Weak wall, but I don't want to attract tension.
Anomaly detected. Trace program access granted.
Ruzicka. The bombing of the Ruzicka train station was not a tragedy, but a triumph. Augmented people, backed into corners, caged, prodded, attacked, are finally fighting back. Had the flesh people backed into corners, caged, had the flesh flogged, not feared us. Had they not put us into prisons and driven us apart from our families, had they not tried to destroy us at every turn, this would not have happened. The flesh flawed and the oppressors are the only ones to blame for the attack. Lucy Floor. Don't let Joseph's crisis of faith poison your mind, brother. That doubt, that weakness of the flesh, crept into Joseph's heart, and it devoured him from the inside out. Mother saw the poison in him and cast him out to protect us. Yeah, the guy that was bedridden. How much you want to bet that was his x-ray we saw in that clinic room? You need to clear your heart, brother. Forget Joseph. Forget the doubts of the flesh. Trust in the mother. Embrace his singularity. I know Joseph, Lucy, he was my friend, but what if he was right? What if the consciousness collector is not safe? It is not ready. If it is not ready, we could be plugging ourselves into oblivion. Oblivion is one way of putting it.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Well,
Access
I'm not
granted.
getting it, whatever it was. The need for food is one of the final tethers to this world we need to cast off. Be strong, brother. We're close. This is a cleanse. We need to purge all the poisons of the corporeal so that we may pass into a pure, boundless thought, singular and divine, clear from the binds of the flesh. It's not even been 48 hours. I'm starving, Vendi. The saline we have to drink does nothing but make me have to pee. God, the human body is such a weak prison. I hate being trapped in it. Your subscription to Futurity magazine has been received. Latest articles in cutting-edge science, engineering, and mathematics will be sent to you in your inbox every week. Next is an in-depth look at the large-scale 3D printers developed by the Santal Group. Blah, 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 blah.
Damn Koller.
Get on top of the case, you fool. Thank you. How they managed to get much of this stuff up and running is something.
Unit 64 reporting. Where do we take this? Yard. 0247. Copy that. can you side with these fleckers? Get away from me!
I can because you sacrificed children.
What has happened?
Not worth it. Really isn't. There's a line that should never be crossed, and that is one of them. One of their silly shrines. And by silly, I mean dangerous. They certainly got a lot of hacking stuff in here, don't they? And crafting materials. Holy. How much you want to bet that's the thing that we saw on the hologram table? They all plugged themselves into this thing. And got themselves killed like idiots. How do I get up there? Allison Stanek. That's her right there. Boy. She plugged herself in. Well, it doesn't look like I can get up there. Oh, wait, I can. And a praxis kit. She have anything on her? Nope, she didn't. Is there a computer in here? Other than the big one? Yep. I meant to scan this and forgot. Allison's computer. Press spam. Thank you.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Replies to this message are routed to an unmonitored mailbox. Now I know this is some trick. You toss me aside, but now I've become more than you could ever believe possible. You strike me down, I'll be more powerful than you can ever imagine. Greetings, Sergeant Stanek, Explosive Ordnance Division. Upon further review of your file as part of an ongoing audit of all soldiers within the Czech Republic Army, currently active or non-active, you have been selected to take part in a series of physical and psychological evaluations. The goal of these evaluations is to better prepare our soldiers for life outside the service. Based upon your history in the EOD, as well as the injuries you unfortunately sustained in the line of duty, your opinion and thoughts would be invaluable to the study. You sacrificed so much, however, if you were to take part in the evaluations, we may be able to help others. We truly hope you consider contacting the Ministry of Defense, a representative in the area to book an appointment for an introductory overview. A small honorarium is offered for all those who fully complete the evaluation. All key codes reset. 4th floor is quadruple 1. Ms. Stanek, it has come to our attention that you claim to be part of Singularity Church of the Machine God. We have scoured our records and I've never seen mention of you or the splinter group of which you claim to be in charge. As far as we're concerned, your group is distorting our system of beliefs to fit your agenda, whatever they may be. You have officially been labeled a negative influencer. We cannot, in good faith, offer you support you seek. Furthermore, you will soon be contacted by our attorneys who will be serving an injunction of infringement in relation to the name of your group. We believe we have enough evidence for you to be charged with slander for our good name as well. Gregory Townsley, chairman of the Singularity Church of the Machine God. So she was leading a splinter faction. Marchenko. Yes, sister, we've received them. Promise we will put them to good use. Victor, I've delivered what you asked for. Go forth and spread your message. Show the flesh flawed what they have done to us. Show them what it is to possess true fear. Lash out, my brother. Lash out. Know that the machine god awaits us all, and our work in this world is complete. Stanek, what have your friends of yours done to you? Are you hurt? Something happened? Why haven't you answered me? So she gave Marchenko some assistance of some kind, likely bomb-related. How much you want to bet? Something in here. What's with the barrels and shit? What, was he gonna blow himself up or something? Probably. I think I've been down there already. Stop worm.
They're all crazy, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, so we can't really do much of anything here, but we can't. Well, we were able to scavenge from it. I want to see. Is there church? Of the machine.
Leave us to our worship.
God. I'm kind of curious, other than the parts and stuff. I was wondering if there's anything else I can recover.
Stupid planks.
Everyone stay down.
Just remembered something. There was a trophy in Human Revolution where if I scored, I was 8, I'd get a trophy, but I wonder. And the ball's gone. Oh, no, it's right there. I'm gonna try and cheat. It didn't work. It didn't work. Are you kidding me? I did it. Ballsy. They carried it over. I was like, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, there's a basketball court with balls right there. No, they can't have done it. They couldn't have. And they did it. They, They really went and did it. Anyway. I'm pretty sure there's probably some hidden stuff here and there, but I think I've done about as much as I can. Yeah, I can't get any special items in here. Apparently, going and saving Allison nabs you a special item, which can only be, which is basically the opposite, basically this area's version of the Orchid Antidote. But I didn't do that, so I can't go in, so I don't get it. I only get it if I went and did the mission. So it would be awesome going in there and while scavenging throughout the church, I find what I would have gotten otherwise. But nope, that clearly is not the case. Would have been nice though. There's the dead guy that I found a long time ago. So that was quite the sidetrack. Defibrillator.
Shit. Did you hear? Talos Rucker's dead.
Yeah, I was there.
I heard that somewhere, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool, right? Now we can get some real progress. He was making us look like wimps.
That's a little harsh, isn't it? Rucker didn't deserve what happened to him.
Something tells me our politics aren't the same, Jensen. Me, I think this whole martyr thing is exactly what we need. But, let's maybe focus on things we can agree on, huh? Like optimizing that crazy rig of yours. You got a calibrator for me or what?
Yeah, I've had it up the whole game and and you disappeared, so I couldn't do anything with it. Well, until now anyway.
You really think Rucker was the problem? That his death is somehow gonna make things better for Augs?
I don't think he was the solution. We need a new leader. Someone a little less beardy McFancy diploma. Someone who's gonna fight, you know? Stand up to some of these bullshit laws. You hear about the Human Restoration Act?
Yeah. If the restoration vote passes, I don't know that it's gonna matter very much who the leader is.
It's gonna be a government-mandated horror show is what it's gonna be. Men in white coats pulling out augmentations like they are teeth. Anyway, speaking of medical horrors, you ready for me to fix you or what?
This procedure. There won't be any surprises like last time.
Last time I was surprised by your crazy tech. But now is totally different. Now I know what's under that hood of yours. And you got me the tool I need. Changes everything.
So this is gonna take care of the glitches I've been experiencing?
Absolutely. I'm gonna optimize your system. That means no more overheating, which means no more glitches. Jensen 2.0. Sounds pretty good, right?
I hope.
Alright. Please, tell me this is what a neuroplasticity calibrator looks like.
That's the one! Okay, this won't take long, I promise. And don't worry, man, I never screw up 2 in a row. Spent a lot of time prepping for this one.
Just try not to take anything.
I love how I had gotten this thing a long time ago, and only now, after hours upon hours, he finally's like, yeah, come show up with it.
That wasn't so bad, right? How do you feel?
I would have liked to have seen it.
I feel fine. I feel lighter.
I fixed you. Death to all your limits. Whatever implant you want to activate, you activate. 0 consequences.
That sounds pretty good. Thanks, Koller. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Just get out there and make me proud. Go make use of all that cool shit.
Yeah, God forbid I'd be God mode from the onset. Fresh out of the package trophy. Whoa. You know, Koller, I respect your work, but you might want to clean up, I'm just saying. Yeah, I had gotten his calibrator, fibrillator, whatever the fuckinator, from Otar, like, way back in the first act of the game. And only, like, now, very late into the second half, is he like, come over. Like, sheesh. Some stronger work ethic would be nice. Well, since I've got more on me, I can start adding some stuff. The Pep's arm. Yeah, it's basically a built-in version of the Pep's launcher from the last game. I don't know if I want that yet. Focus. Dash. Reduces recoil. Increases reload. Decreases reload. Decisions. I'll add Titan for later. I imagine we'll have quite the boss fight with Marchenko, and since I'm doing... well, I don't know completely. I mean, he's clearly going to be the boss of in some form. And I wonder if when we fight Marchenko, it'll be well, Human Revolution's bosses, they were surprisingly, funny enough, made by an outside studio. I think because they didn't have the time or resources or whatever. And when in the original version of the game, they were pretty much straight up boss fights where you had to fight them in pretty confined areas. But in the director's cut, they spread those levels wide open, you know, filling them with hacking computers and tunnels, allowing you to use the environment to your whim. And why the hell do I have machine gun rounds on me? So, yeah, the original, the Human Revolution bosses were, at first, kind of, didn't flow well with the rest of the game. But then the director's cut kind of remedied that for the most part. So, who's to say what they're gonna do with Marchenko? It'll either, at worst, be kill-crazy boss fight like the previous game, or they're gonna expand it more and by having a non-lethal takedown option. Because I checked the trophy list out of curiosity on my on my PlayStation proper. I didn't go online and look it up. No, I don't want to spoil myself until after I've beaten the game in that regard. But it emphasized you know, for the pacifist achievement trophy, you know, don't kill anyone, that even the boss can't be killed. So that tells me that unlike Human Revolution, Marchenko can actually be spared. And if that's the case, more reason to go for all these EMP weaponry. Well, at least the ones that I care about anyway. I mean, I've already turned the regular handgun into a machine pistol by its lonesome, so I don't really need the machine gun pistol proper to really do it. The shotgun has a good spread and high damage, and it disabled one of the RoboCops in one shot. So
You have credit.
No, you gotta.
So I'm willing to bet that if Marchenko can't be taken down passively, that'll likely be it. Just, you know, he'll just have a higher health pool than any of the mech cops. Got a lot of stun gun rounds.
I'm trying to run a business here.
Blah, 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 blah.
Maybe later.
Go! Go!
Hey, I sold you some stuff, and I bought some ammo. What's wrong with you?
Hey, so what would you...
Don't you hate impatient salesmen? I know I do. I'm trying to put the gun away and it won't do it. Oh my god, it won't do it. Now it does it. Silly thing.
What a place.
More than a few around. Hello.
Alright, so... we don't got any more stuff, right? We're good? Okay. I visited Koller. I scavenged the church. And,
that kind of thing.
read up on that Marchenko file. Okay, so this is not Miller's airplane. This is Chicane's. Okay. Well, I think this is a good place to stop. So, okay. Well, tomorrow's my long day, but depending on how things go, either tomorrow night or the day after, although it's usually Usually it looks more like the day after. When I return, we will go and do the next main mission outside of Prague, this place called Garm, which we learned about in the Palisade vaults, and we'll advance the story further from there. So yeah, this was more of a filler part than anything. Not a lot of major stuff. Mostly following up on stuff from a couple of parts ago, as well as finally getting Rucker to get my system up to full par, and of course checking out the Church of the Machine God, which of course is a freaking dump, by all things considered. And yeah, I couldn't find anything of importance in there that could be helpful to the end of the game, and likely it's whatever was in there of some importance will likely only be accessible in a separate playthrough. So yeah, I'm gonna go and rename, or rather, not so much not rename, add in parentheses the path of which I'm going on, so that way when I do a second full playthrough of the game, you know, it can be differentiated, you know, collective path, TF29 path. There you go. And I'll be sure to mark that in the playlist as well on my channel. So that's how it's gonna be for here on out. And when I come back, we will head to Garm, and I look forward to seeing where my decisions take me, as terrifying as a lot of them are. Like, share, subscribe, and so on and so forth. And I'll see you all lovely people later. Have a good night.